Me with Century 21. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, good, thank you. Calling you, it looks like you registered on my site last week. I believe you were looking for homes, either foreclosures or short sales, and just want to check with you, see if you're still looking for a home.
Yeah, me and my wife want to look for a home. Hopefully, we can get into one by next year, the beginning of next year. But I don't know what a book sale is, and I really don't have a lot of information on what to look for in new homes. I was just reaching out on different places to see what I can find.
Okay, so it sounds like is this your first purchase, or have you purchased before?
No, it would be our first one.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's actually, I practice here locally. I live in Camarillo, and I work for a company that used to teach first-time homebuyer workshops. I'm actually second generation in the business, so we've helped a lot of first-time buyers, and there's some great programs out there for first-time buyers. Have you spoken to a loan officer yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Would you be interested in doing possibly like a class where, if you'd like, or would you be purchasing with your wife? Is it you and your wife?
Yeah, it'll be me and my wife.
Okay. And then do you have any little ones as well?
Yeah, we have one boy.
Okay, one boy. That's great. So we've taught these classes for some time, and we could either do one where it's a big group class, where I can tell you about that, or if you'd like to set up a time where that works convenient with you and your wife's schedule. I've done it over the phone, even Skype, or we can do it in person. And kind of what we go over is what it takes to prepare to get a house, what's happening with the current market conditions, because there are some changes. The rates are really good right now, but you're seeing a little bit longer days on market on many of the homes. You also start seeing some price reductions coming towards the end of the year. So it is actually a great time to be looking right now, and preparing and kind of getting your ducks in a row. So what we've found with our clients is when we do this kind of initial buyer consultation up front, it makes it so much easier because now you know what to expect in the process, how you're protected by the contract, how you can get out of the contract, what out-of-pocket expenses you're looking at, as well as the different down payment assistance programs that are out there that could save you quite a bit of money, at least in terms of down payment, so you can purchase your first home. So we actually just did a housewarming party for clients that purchased their first place about 3 years ago in North Oxnard. They bought a three-bedroom, two-bath right over by Vineyard. It's the condos there, three-bedroom, two-bath. It was about 1,270 square feet, and they got it at that time at 333. HOA was over 400 a month, and their total payment was 2,600 a month. And all they needed out of pocket was $5,000 because they used one of the down payment assistance programs. Have you heard of any of those programs?
Uh, kind of, not too much,
Not
but
too
I
much?
did a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would that be something you're interested, at least in having a time to sit down and talk and kind of understand the process a little bit more in depth?
I, yeah, that's something we would like to get more information on.
Okay.
If, see if we can make an appointment in a couple weeks from now. Would that
Yeah,
be fine?
yeah. A couple weeks from now is perfect, and there's no rush on our part here. It's really at your pace, but the biggest thing we want to do is just educate you so that you're informed of the process. And at the end of this, and like I said, we taught many of these first time buyer classes. It's about buying when you and your family's ready. With a payment that you know you can afford. And as long as you do that and you do the proper planning, you're going to be fine in making the right decision of trying to purchase a home. So it's a lot of times people will listen to people and say, oh, it's a good time to buy, or it's not a good time, and they rush into it, and they haven't prepared themselves, at least in really understanding the process and what's a comfortable payment that you know that you can handle for the long term, regardless of what happens with your job situation, anything in the economy, like knowing that you're going to be able to keep that home. So something we pride ourselves in, and would be happy to sit down with you if you were interested in that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely we'll use as much information as we can get.
Okay.
But that way I can let my wife know and see what our schedules can match and we can be available.
Okay. That works great. So I'll put that in my notes to follow up in a couple weeks. And I guess just in the meantime, what are you looking for? What does that perfect home look like so far? What are you hoping for?
Uh, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a backyard. We're not too picky on the size, but we also don't want something too cramped and too small where we're not going to be comfortable in.
Correct.
But that's what it's looking like, and that's what we want.
Okay.
But,
In any
we'll
in
get it.
right.
Sorry?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say any particular areas that you're looking at?
Um, Anywhere in Oxnard that I know of, possibly Ventura, but more away from if it's in Oxnard, of course, it's not in the Colonia area or the Linwood area or, North Oxnard's okay, depending on the areas.
Uh-huh. Okay, so north.
Basically, a quiet neighborhood.
Okay. I do have one coming. I have 4 listings that are coming up in the next few months, but one that's actually in a good area. We sold one. They're called the Seaview Estates, and this one just got called by a past client, so they're going to be moving to San Luis Obispo. So I got to get the details. I know the house is about 1,600 square feet, which is a pretty decent size. I know minimum 3 bedrooms, could potentially be a 4, but I haven't seen inside it yet. But I do know it is a past client. He's built it up quite a bit, done some nice things to it, so he thinks it's one of the nicer homes in the neighborhood. In my guess, and we haven't talked price, but it's going to be somewhere between 525 to 550. So it'll be a great property. I sold another one over there on Taffrail. So it's Taffrail. This one is on offshore. So it's not on the market yet, but I should be setting something up with them in the next week or so. So what's nice is when you do kind of take the next steps, at least in terms of speaking with a loan officer, and if you like, I can share Jason Harrelson's my go-to loan guy. If you get a chance to reach out to him, you can just have a conversation, 15-20 minutes, bounce some questions of roughly, what you make income-wise, what you're hoping for in terms of your payment, and he can start giving you some rough numbers. He also, we've done quite a bit with first-time home buyers together as well. So would you be interested if I gave you his phone number?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be great.
Okay.
I think right now I'm actually driving. Would you be able to email it?
Yeah. I can email or text it over if that works. Let me verify. What's your best email?
It's angeltarango@gmail.com.
Uh-huh. So I got angeltarango@gmail.com. And is your last name, is it Torango?
It's Tarango.
Okay, TA. Sorry about that. So okay. So Angel, and then you said Tarango.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tarango.
At gmail.com.
Yes.
And the best phone number for you, sir?
805.
Uh-huh.
910.
910.
6479.
6479. Okay. Great. So I got your number. So I'll text and email you his contact information. Again, his name's Jason Harrelson. Very nice guy, knowledgeable, and will go at your pace as well. So he's not pushy. Good guy to work with, And the other piece of advice I would just recommend, regardless of who you decide to work with, just really trust your gut instinct. Make sure that whoever you decide to represent you and helping you try to purchase, that you trust they're looking out for your best interest. That's one of the best things that you can do coming from your end. And if you don't feel that, then fire that agent or that loan officer and find somebody who will, because there are some good agents and loan officers out there. It's all built on trust. experience is huge, and you can do your research too on people and just pull them up on Zillow. And I'm more than happy to share my Zillow profile so you can see all the buyers and sellers we've helped. We've helped a lot of people, and I appreciate your time. I don't want to take up more of your time. I know you said you were on the road, so I'll try to follow up with you when you get a chance to speak with your wife, and then if you know there's a particular day that works well for both of you, let's set up a time, at least have a phone call, and we can go from there.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, sounds good, Angel. And I'm going to keep an eye out on anything. I'll also send you info when I get more on that offshore property, and hopefully you can see that one before it hits the market. Just you never know. It may be that perfect home for you. You never know how that works.
Yeah, no problem. Great. That will work.
All right, Angel. Thank you for your time, bud. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, sir.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.